Okay, today we have a video from Taledo, how this VTuber taboo is slowly fading away. So I think it's the whole past life taboo thing. I think it is. I think it definitely is starting to sort of be less of a taboo than in the past. But we'll see.
If anyone happened to figure out what kind of restaurant I worked at or whatever, I don't get in trouble if you mention it, because it's my contract, it's not yours, so I don't get in trouble, but my mods will ban you.
Don't think it. Don't say it.
As long as it's not in my chat, my comments, it's okay. But in here, don't, because I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Don't
Yeah.
say it. Don't think it.
There's a lot of things that we won't be discussing because legalities.
Don't say it. Don't think it.
We don't talk about. It's awkward.
Don't think it. Don't say it. 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 Don't think it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it.
Who say or think what?
VTuber past live.
Come on, nigga.
Wait, important to not attack or harass anyone mentioned in this video. It is a form of edutainment, not to rile up a weird hate mob. It ain't that deep. Yep, definitely. 100%.
Taboo. A custom prohibiting or forbidding discussion of a particular practice or association with a particular person, place, or thing. While not indicted by any government law or legislation,
Wait, that's illegal.
these are customs against certain activities, and violating that taboo is seen as a transgression. Whether it's profanity, sex, religion, anything about the prevalence of minorities, or pre-marital hand-holding, taboo culture limits many subjects, but there's a desire for many to break the taboo, and when the transgression and taboo depend on one
I mean, I guess it's just the concept of, like, you know, wanting to break the rules in general, like, that sort of, like, aspect.
another, the subject enhances the community culture. If y'all know me, I love media, and there's an evolving media subculture with its own customs, ideals, and experience, far different than the mass media. VTubers, online entertainers who use virtual avatars instead of their faces, have many taboos to keep the experience, immersion, and kayfabe of the industry. Let's list off some examples. Immersion breaks, which is like showing your face or doing IRL content, used to be considered taboo by some VTuber fans because this wasn't being a true VTuber.
Yeah.
I just catch you having fun.
Nowadays, you'll see a bunch of VTubers IRL doing that type of content. Dating was a taboo because some people wanted a VTuber to be theirs and theirs alone.
Shut your bitch ass up!
Politics,
Fucking weird, yeah.
Not a big fan of the government.
which is its kind of own controversial subject, and this topic's taboo, which is probably the most complex. VTuber past lives, mentioning and or sharing them.
Just calm down. Don't do it.
Or is that always the case? With the absolute state of the VTuber industry, this taboo is beginning to change and completely fade, for better and for worse.
Yeah.
Stop right there.
Run it back.
Just in case, do not start digging into other VTubers' personal lives or harassing them based on the subject of this video. To me,
Yeah, definitely.
y'all are grown adults.
That's a grown-ass man.
That's not a kid.
Just be respectful, it ain't that deep. With that out the way, hey yo, it's Taledo, that fallen angel kicked out of heaven. Get some snacks, get some water, get that dog in you.
Yeah, like, you know, obviously, you know, past lives not being as much of a taboo doesn't mean you should go and, like, dig up somebody's personal life, obviously,
Get on the video.
I know, you like my style. Now security looking pretty while I crack a smile.
How about I explain to y'all what a VTuber past life is? Enter person A. Person A might be a content creator, idol, singer, voice actor, or VTuber who's interested in joining a VTuber agency. That previous account is considered a past life or PL. Hypothetically, person A joins Hololive and becomes VTuber A, now doing their primary activities in the corporation. Technically, these two are the same fella. Person A is just playing the role of VTuber A. But in VTuber terminology,
That is not correct.
Person
Yeah.
A and VTuber A
They're
are considered
different.
two entirely different identities or lives with no public association. And here's where the taboo comes in. Do not mention or share anything about the association or the past details. If VTuber A is streaming, do not mention the previous account Person A. Moreover, if VTuber A leaves the company and redebuts, do not mention the past.
I asked you, who this on that name?
I don't recognize
Why is this a taboo that's been relevant for years? Well, many VTubers put up a persona, and many would rather focus on their current content. Out of respect for the talents to focus on their current endeavors, people would keep talk about other personas and accounts on the down low. Some people have info from their past lives like their faces, photos, places, and even personal experiences they don't want the mass to know. Some of it even being doxing or life-threatening. Enter countless situations in media of stalking because someone figured out a personality's DJ. While yes, what you put out online also puts yourself at risk, people also have the right to have that not dug up.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
If the past life has controversial behaviors, statements, or opinions, digging that up creates unwanted drama.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Notable instance of this is ex-Hololive member Mano Aloe, where after her past life leaked, people found comments of her criticizing company restrictions and work culture while mentioning other popular agency VTubers, leading to a massive anti-war and her eventual graduation.
Jesus, I mean, that's not even that bad, is it? I don't know.
Oh man, I can't have shit!
Talking about the past life is risky because of contracts. Several VTubers signed an NDA or non-disclosure agreement. This prevents certain types of info from becoming public, such as sensitive documents, trade secrets, and communications. And why does no one want to risk an NDA break? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you signed a contract! Breaking the NDA means one risk losing your job, or in other industries being sued to the fucking ground. So many would like to stay in their lane and avoid trouble. And depending on the corp, if a VTuber dives too deep in the waters, then...
Oh, this guy's fucked!
Hit that shit, Tony!
We're fucked, bitch, we're fucking fucked,
You wanna sign up for our brand, have people follow you for you, then potentially leave and direct away from us?
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face...
Agencies don't really like talk directing away from their current VTuber because the current VTuber is their IP. It ain't your VTuber, it's our VTuber. VTubing widely invokes the ideals of kayfabe, or the idea of presenting stage performances as genuine or authentic. For some fans, talking about past lives can be seen as a break in immersion. Imagine watching a cute VTuber
the same thing as like the whole, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend thing.
Girl, and finding out that in her past life she used to be the colossal titan. If she busts moves like this, then damn, count me in!
Oh my god!
Is this what our brains are like, Zoomer brain?
And that's the reason why people would rather keep the taboo. Now, we gotta understand, many fans of any mass media personality obviously wants to know more about their fate. What brought them to their current occupation? What did they used to do? What did they look like if they aren't headlining their face? Fans like these fellas, and there's this lingering desire for many to know more than what's on the surface. But for the VTubing industry, that was under wraps because of the taboo. And this would remain strong for multiple years. Commonly done not just to protect the culture, but to protect the VTubers' endeavors. There was always this layer of disrespect seen towards people who would openly reveal or supposedly dox anything about a VTuber's past life. So past lives were never openly discussed on public platforms. The main place you'd see discussion about it was on message boards. Hell, even some subreddits have rules around
or there's like specific websites, like there's websites that are specifically, you know, made just for sharing these like past life informations. Obviously I'm not going to say what they are, but I'm saying that I'm pretty sure websites like that do exist.
During past lives, and that's just always been the culture. Some liked it, others hated it, the fans got in line regardless to support. And this subject's pretty different from other mass media where people would always mention their past roles. But the view on the past life culture and the transgression of the taboo would slowly begin to change. But before that, quick thank you to our Patreon members. And a special shout out to Archangels.
I am actually broke. I'm actually fucking broke.
Let me tell you where I believe the cracks in this VTuber taboo date back. At least the most notable story, 2021, when a beloved VTuber made a new debut. Welcome back, K-San.
K-San. Right.
There's another shorty out there by the name of Kiryu Koko, a Japanese Hololive talent widely known for bridging the gap between Western and Eastern audiences with her bilingual ability, humor, and personality. With its own massive wave of controversy, one of the most popular VTubers graduated in July of 2021, bringing tears to VTuber and entertainment fans. But very shortly after Koko's graduation, another VTuber by the name of K-San announced he'd be returning to streaming. And K-San...
Don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it!
...sounded very familiar. As such, K-San's return took the industry by storm, many fans rooted from the love of other creative endeavors. However, there were two sides to this reveal. One side was happy and supportive that the talent was quote-unquote back and accomplishing her own path. Another side was disappointed that it wasn't the same or even upset that the talent left the previous occupation. Regardless, the return of previous personalities
you're always gonna get those kinds of people because, you know, it's kind of like, oh, it doesn't feel the same anymore. You know, they're not the same. You know, it doesn't feel the same without them having the same model or, you know, having the same identity doesn't feel the same, doesn't feel right anymore. I can't watch them anymore, you
And
know.
a comment rule. Don't talk about the PL and the VTubers chats, servers, and streams, but anywhere else?
Perhaps.
If you said it in their space, you'd have to get banned.
If anyone happened to figure out what kind of restaurant I worked at or whatever, I don't get in trouble if you mention it, because it's my contract, it's
Right.
not yours, so I don't get
That
in
does
trouble.
make sense.
But my mods will ban you.
But the taboo hadn't completely hit the fan. It was still heavily frowned upon to directly say this VTuber used to be this other VTuber, as what were their boundaries? Was that what they wanted? Was that doxing?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you would see people phrase shit like this. This fellow sounds very familiar. Do you know? Do you know? But recently, you've seen that narrative change. Or rather, you've seen the taboo on many occasions completely broken. Drama and news channels directly linking past agency and current indie VTubers. Clip channels mentioning past identities in the title of the VTuber they're clipping.
Yeah, no, honestly, no, that gets to the point where it's fucking clickbait, okay? Some of that is not good.
Hell, VTubers openly talking about past life experiences, or agency VTubers using past life accounts to assuage speculations. The culture around this VTuber for agency VTubers using past life accounts,
i.e. agency VTuber doxing past life account to sway concerns of Scholar fans. Oh yeah, right, yeah.
to assuage speculations. The culture around the taboo completely shifted. So what happened? I contribute 3 VTubing events, this VTuber taboo shift. Let's start with the good shit first. Welcome home to VShojo. Over the last year, VShojo welcomed 5 new VTubers, 4 of them being a unique experience.
I think it's definitely VShojo. I think it's also just because, I think it's definitely also just because VShojo is obviously an American company, and I think that's sort of the whole taboo thing. Some of it does come from the idol. I think it comes from the idol ideology, based in like Japan, and I think that is specifically some of the reasons of the taboo and of its existence. It's that sort of immersion concept of it, and it's keeping up the immersion. It's keeping up that sort of like idol-esque sort of facade or mentality. So I definitely do think it's more of a Japanese cultural thing, just based off of VTubing companies, Japanese VTubing companies, and I think just VShojo being an American-based company, so it doesn't have those same ideologies, and lets their talent sort of say if they want to, or imply, because they can't, based on NDA, you can't directly say it, but you know what I mean, like.
And yet the Genius, Keinan Kura, Matarakan, and Michimochi Eevee, all of these VTubers sounded... Yeah, I'm not doing the sounds very familiar bit anymore.
You think it's so funny, huh?
They were previous agency VTubers. Similar to the reveal of Kei-san, people were massively ecstatic to see the reveal of those well-loved personalities. But the reveal wasn't the main culture shift. Some of these VTubers would make references or jokes to their past lives.
What do you mean again, Mr. Dr. Kuro?
What, you got a f***ing nail in your head? You can't understand what I'm saying?
Then why are you asking me so much? You f***ing trying to detect something, eh?
Oh my god.
Be careful. You don't want to die again.
Or talk about previous experiences in those last jobs. The good of VShojo and the stories of the past made fans question a lot about that past life.
Right,
Regardless,
yeah.
VShojo has changed a lot of VTubing culture with their new hires, and that's why last week I discussed how they transformed VTubing forever. Go ahead and check that out.
Open your mouth.
Next, some VTuber agencies suck. There are a lot of stories of past life VTubers coming out about horrible VTuber agency practices.
Sadly.
Past Akio Air members coming out about a plethora
Oh my
of
god, yeah. Harassment, mismanagement, mistreatment, mismanagement, abuse, harassment, constant threats of lawsuit, hiring and extorting a minor. Yeah, that's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And pretty the application did say 18 plus, they still hired a minor. Like, what the fuck?
horrible shit. Aurora Live VR had practically every
Oh my god, yeah. Shady hiring practices, 140k. Wait, 140k VTuber not being paid? What the fuck? VTuber sued by agency, etc. 40 members left. Yeah.
dip, and several past members warned people to stay away from the company. Mysteria Live.
What's Wait, I haven't heard. Wait, what's Mysteria Live? I've not heard of that place before. What is that one?
These people stop being weird about minors.
Wait, what the fuck? The CEO of Mysteria Live has a history of predatory behavior that involves children. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? He hired multiple minors to act out sexualized acts, roles. Oh my fucking god. One of those minors, 14, when she auditioned, what the fuck? Was hired to be his daughter. That's so weird. What the fuck? What the fuck? Was hired to be his daughter? That's so fucking creepy. Ill. That is so fucking disgusting. Put that guy, fucking put him in prison. Can we put him in prison? While his other, the other was chosen to be his daughter's friend, age 17. He forced his daughter into erotic roleplay and incorporated her into his self-insert lore. He pursued a romantic relationship with his then 17-year-old employee and appointed himself as her manager. Fucking disgust. I mean, okay, look, I mean, even like in an adult workplace, if say, you know, these were both adults, like being a boss and trying to like pursue a relationship with an employee as a boss and as a manager, that is obviously a power dynamic. That's an abuse of power. But then to fucking be a adult and trying to hire a minor doing that, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god.
There are a lot of agency controversy. Oh look, walk the jump scare. Definitely the worst out of everyone.
Yeah,
but how the hell did these agency stories come to life? Other than any dumbass announcement made by the companies, the massive sharing of the VTubers' experience through their past lives. The most notorious instance of this is with Zion Lanza's story, where after being terminated, Sayu Okami released a document telling Zion Lanza's side of what happened at Nijisanji, relaying incompetent management, further context on violations, and several areas of mistreatment directed towards her. What if a VTuber graduates or gets terminated without relaying their side, regardless given the shitty hand? Well, have their past life promoted and available for their return. However, it still wasn't actively encouraged to share all types of past lives. Then the Selen Tatsuki incident happened. Obviously can't dive into everything, so if you don't know, watch some other videos on the subject. With that out of the way, with a lot of questionable build-up behind it, on February 5th, 2024, Nijisanji announced Selen Tatsuki's termination with the 3-page document it was just f***ed. Like lambasting and blaming her for their reputation loss and mismanagement issues. However, Doki would reveal her side only after the company response. The most highlighted response being, "I will not be silenced anymore," and many other factors that would further spark a huge controversy against Nijisanji. Then Niji hosted that black box stream, which it's not just a VTubing disaster, it's an entertainment industry disaster that has harmed not just Nijisanji's reputation forever, but anybody associated with the subject. But several fans wanted to do everything to support Doki Bird. They emphatically broke the taboo and came out to share her story en masse. And now she's doing amazing things.
Yeah, she's doing
as an
insane.
indie. I believe her journey, current impact, and what she's accomplishing now with her goals is a story of wonders. Who knows, maybe there's a future video out there on her industrial takeover. These are what I believe demolish the taboo culture. Sharing past lives has become way more enacted than in the past. Is that a good or bad thing? A blessing in disguise or a curse for things to come? I asked Twitter something about the matter. Would it be for the best if the past life taboo disappeared? Of course, thanks to everybody for giving me their thoughts and positions, as well as both sides to the subject. Here's the rhetorical argument for each side, and I'll be acting out each one.
I'm just fair to share both
sides.
sides.
Sanctity of hiding the past life is kinda weird. I mean, do most talents even care?
We do not care.
Why would the past life account be found media if VTubers wanted to completely hide it?
I think possibly maybe in a case where somebody might care, like maybe, you know, somebody could like me, for example, you know, like maybe somebody in the past was like a face cam creator, and so they don't want their face to sort of be associated with the VTuber. I mean, maybe, in a sense, like some face cam, like, you know, some people who were previous face cam creators before, like, joining an agency or something may be okay with it, but you know what I mean, like, in that sense, like, maybe, but, I mean, yeah, maybe, okay, maybe, like, most people don't care, but it's just in the sense of just, I think it's just about, like, respecting the talents, and it's just, like, respecting boundaries, I think. And there's always probably some people out there who may be uncomfortable with it, and may, like, you don't really know, because it's that thing where it's like, I don't think, like, if it's in the context of a company VTubers, can't, like, specifically just be like, oh yeah, I'm fine with you mentioning my past life. Like, no, well, that's not how that really works. So I don't really know how you really, like, can get that consent. So just in the sense of, I feel like just being respectful, it's sort of just one of those things where, you shouldn't really dig into it, or just do it, just do it away from the actual VTuber themselves, if you want to dig, do it on your own accord.
Why wouldn't they delete everything if the past life wasn't some kind of safe net? If shit hits the fan, that's an avenue for that past life connection. But
Yeah.
I'd argue understanding the past life is better, not just for the worst circumstances. Knowing a connection allows fans to appreciate their fave's journey and to follow them no matter who or where they are. VTuber agencies may not be the ideal path for everybody's creative endeavors.
yeah.
Like, look at the numbers, this industry ain't looking good.
Oh, still active closed? Yeah.
2-pack of ass.
It really doesn't help that countless agencies have been exposed for incompetent, shady, or utterly exploitative practices. Whether black or not doesn't matter, people aren't being properly valued. Maybe the future is being an independent creator. Maybe the future is owning one's own brand management and operations, at least surrounded by people that value you for you.
So he's better than you?
Yes.
And stacks more paper and gets more hoes than you?
Absolutely.
So we need to show that we support the
Damn.
VTuber first. Not just the character or role they play, but
Okay,
the
I do get it from that perspective. I mean, I do definitely understand that perspective. It's like, you wanting to see, agency VTuber sort of journey. You want to see, like, their trajectory as a creator and sort of, like, where they've come from. And it's sort of, like, that thing, it's like, oh, yeah, like, wanting to see, like, how they've sort of evolved into being able to get into the position that they're into, but also, like, if that VTuber decides to leave, having that place to know where to support them after they've gone. I think that's definitely an important thing, to be able to help a VTuber sort of, if they do want to leave, feel safe and comfortable in making that pivot to leave. Because I definitely can understand some people who may want to leave their agencies for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be like a necessary negative reason, just it could just be for like creative differences. And then being sort of afraid because, maybe they feel trapped in the agency because they don't have a past, like, that past, like, life sort of audience to fall back upon. So I do think that to a certain extent, like, showing support on that previous life and that past life is important, and people sort of kind of knowing is sort of a good thing to sort of show support on that account as well, if they ever did want to sort of, like, leave, or, if they want to sort of, like, do content on that channel on the side, or on that account on the side, or certain things like that. I think it's something that's actively good if you just want to show support to your Oshi.
personality and content they show for the world. Kind of unfair for all that hard work to just disappear.
Yeah,
like some
yeah.
VTubers who left VTuber agencies talk about.
Yeah, I hope people who don't find me remember that I'll never forget them, that they were loved with everything I had and could give them, and they changed the world in a indescribable way, always in my heart forever, part of my story. Editor note, graduate member from Revelry after 7 of their VTubers graduate from the company. Oh yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, V-Revelry is also another company that I guess doesn't have the best reputation. All the best to their new wave though, but like almost like everyone left, literally. I'm pretty sure every single talent has left besides the new wave that they came out with.
About how they fear previous fans not finding their reincarnated brand or past life account.
That's
Not
understandable.
everyone's a popular agency VTuber
Yeah.
who can leave and reincarnate with a
Yes,
dedicated
100%.
fan base. A lot of people just fade into obscurity. So maybe it's for the best that some people talk about them in circumstances to make people aware.
Yeah, definitely in that context, I think it's definitely true and makes sense. Yeah, it's because like if you're not in Niji Sanji, you're not in Whole Life, it's like it's hard to sort of leave and make that pivot or be able to retain the audience that you've worked so hard to build in the company. It feels unfair if you have built that sort of audience within this company, put years of effort and hard work, and then that sort of audience just completely disappears because they can't find you. And obviously, especially when you're in a small agency, you don't have as big of an audience. So if you don't have as big of as big of an audience, then yeah, it's like it's harder for them to sort of find you, potentially to like join you on your personal on your past life if they enjoyed watching you and they were a dedicated viewer.
Of what's going on, for no one to be lost, for everyone to be found, just in their respective places. Don't mention it in the streams, chats, and shit.
Yeah.
Anywhere that doesn't open them up to liability.
No one breaking boundaries after all. No, like I'm okay with that as long as it's not in my official spaces.
Yeah.
If anything, I think it can be nice so that people can find me again, you know? So yeah. Low-key, you helping me. I ain't gonna...
Yeah, that makes sense.
You helping me if you do that. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, hey, you allowed to do it. Just don't do it in here, you know?
Look, I get it. There are cases where it's necessary, but I ain't so sure about the taboo completely disappearing. There's a reason that discussion around past lives has always been taboo, and not just because of agency or cultural tradition. It's too volatile. Doxing, stalking, harassment. Countless
definitely
times
those
appearing in the past life created a talent problem. And why should you dig into someone's past life? Mind your damn business. Yes, some performers don't care, but if someone does, that's gonna create problems. Obviously, agencies like Hololive be looking clean, yet others may be happy in their jobs despite the problems. Business is business after all. Until someone publicly announces they want to leave an agency, that discussion just raises speculations. So why plaster the past publicly? Can't we just focus on the present experience? One other thing. Y'all know how intrusive media entertainment fans are.
You need to log off!
If PO discussion becomes more accepted, well, goodbye to basic etiquette. Why should they be coerced to confront anything they don't broadcast just because some VTuber fans can't stay in their lane? Are you still friends with those from your previous job? How do you feel about the controversy? Why'd you leave your dedicated fans?
Shut your bitch ass up!
I even factor in how there are some people sending hate and harassment to agency VTubers in the pretext of wanting to supposedly save them.
Oh my god, that's so weird. So fucking weird
I'm
to do
doing this
that.
for your own good. How do you know what's good for me? Are you my mommy? These people don't even know who I am.
It's like, no, it's like, these people don't even know you personally. It's such a weird fucking thing. It's so power social to do that. It's like, that you don't truly even know this person on a personal level, and to say that and to act like you know what's better for them is crazy.
I claim to want to know to do the best for me. You've never seen me before. What makes you think bullying me out of my job is gonna do?
And before one says, we'll support your new account, were you supporting them then or now? Yes, when the worst happens, give them their voices.
Yes.
No one deserves to be silenced. But removing the taboo completely is going to open up other problems, and we've seen that happen. Let's just respect the wishes and etiquette for now.
Yes, just respect the talents.
The taboo around past lives has been revolutionized. The transgression didn't deny the taboo's existence, but rather transcended it. You saw two sides surrounding past life discussion being normalized. I personally believe it's a case-by-case basis that deserves its area of respect from both sides, but what do y'all think about this topic? Let me know in the comments below.
Yeah,
However
I think it does. I think it does depend on the individual case.
Remember this. Everyone has a past, and everyone has a future waiting for them they can't even fathom. No matter where you are, indie or agency, everyone is on their journey to succeed.
I mean, honestly, though, some people may not even have a past life. I mean, I think that most agencies, though, like, the reality is, you kind of need experience most of the time to get into one, but I guess potentially it could even be like some agencies that like they actually don't even have a past life. They don't actually have past content creation experience. But you know,
feed what the gods ordained for them. No matter what, respect and support the creators you love.
Definitely,
no matter what
100%.
phase they are in. Today's a good day. But hey, let's not think my previous past as heaven's angel.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm falling for a reason.
You better stop!
Okay, so that was a new video from Taledo. Taledo makes really great videos, so definitely do go and check his channel out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Yeah, but yeah, let me know in the comments what are your guys' personal opinions on past lives and this VTuber Taboo. Do you personally get it? What's your personal opinion on the taboo? But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider the subscribe button for more VTuber content in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're getting closer to 20k subscribers. Haven't reached that goal 20k subscribers. Please do consider the subscribe button down below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye bye.